Assalamualaikum and welcome to the Astana Replica. Through decades of Sulu Sultanate history, the Istana or Astana stood as a symbol of authority, power, and state governance. As the Sulu Sultanate emerged since the early 1400s as the ruling political and religious system, the Astana became the sultans and their families' abode. Based on the royal genealogy of the Sultans of Sulu and North Borneo, two royal houses have been established following the line of Sultan Shariful Hashim, namely the Royal House of Maimbung and the Royal House of Patikul. Contemporary Sulu Sultanate has demonstrated that while the Astana is a supposed royal residence, its permanency cannot be defined and delineated by the actual physical structure, but by the spirit and fervor of the Sultanate itself. There had been two royal palaces in Sulu Sultanate history: the Astana Darussalam or Royal House of Peace by the Royal House of Patikul, and the Astana Darul Jambangan or Royal House of Flower Garden by the Royal House of Maimbung. Moro armed struggles have destroyed the physical structure of the Astana Darussalam in Sulu, but to this date, the Astana Darul Jambangan stands in Maimbung in near to dilapidated state, having been damaged by a typhoon that lashed the Sulu archipelago on April 29, 1932.
Ama ko itag na di, ingan niya, hisaid, Jumadil. Kin ako, anak niya. Pag-uos, pagpatay niya, ako'y nakasubli.
During the celebration of Maulud, people from all walks of life come to the palace to celebrate with the Sultan. The Americans and also Chinese come here, even German. This is the veranda of the Sultan's palace. This tomb belongs to Sultan Haji Jamalul Kiram II, who reigned for 50 years as Sultan of Sulu and North Borneo. He was responsible for the signing of the Kiram Bates Agreement. This is the tomb of Dayang Haji Piandao, the daughter of Sultan Badaruddin, who reigned for 5 years as Sultan of Sulu and North Borneo. This is the tomb of Sultan Ismail Kiram I. He led the claim of sovereign rights of North Borneo to the Philippine government in 1962 under President Diosdado Macapagal. These are remnants of the Astana of Sultan Jamalul Kiram II. He transferred here from the Astana Darul Jambangan after the latter was destroyed by the typhoon of 1932. He lived here until his death. This is a part of the Astana wall made of volcanic rocks. The holes serves as sniper's nest. This is the exit gate of the Astana facing towards the town of Maimbung. This is where the Sultan passes through whenever he goes out from his Astana. More than a royal residence, however, the Astana will always hold its place in southern Philippine history as a repository of political and religious power, from which community leaders and rulers emerged in the Sultanates of Sulu and North Borneo, as well as of Maguindanao. It is from this historical perspective that the Marine Battalion Landing Team 2 has conceptualized the Astana model in support of the Sulu people's history and culture, which the Philippine Marine Corps upholds as it envisions itself to be the nation's premier force in readiness and the nation's force of choice by the year 2020. The initiative by the Marines in constructing the Astana model manifests of their efforts to understand better the people of Sulu and even their almost forgotten history. The Astana model may add value in winning the peace. However, more importantly, it is a stark reminder of its significance as a point of convergence in a period in the history of the Philippines, a tangible conjunction with the past when the essence of early statehood once first existed in Sulu. Talipao being at the crossroad of the original Astana in Maimbung and in Patikul, the town was chosen to be the site of the Astana model. Built with 3 stories, this Astana model stands 15 meters high and joins other community relations projects of MBLT2 in Mount Bayug Eco-Cultural Park in Talipao, Sulu. This vision also presents how the Corps is steadily transforming itself to achieve the desired strategic end state in the coming years, serving then the future generations. The support of the Corps for integrative campaign as it cuts across communities through service and genuine relations is further manifested in the construction of this Astana. This likewise exemplifies the Philippine Marines' demonstration of its expression of its 8 core value, which is innovation, as it contributes creativeness beneficial directly to the community in Sulu that MBLT2 serves, and indirectly to the Corps as it enhances its relations with the civil population in Sulu and moves to achieve its objective of winning the peace. On the first story, one finds the Sultan's private chamber and the room for his harem. The private chamber is where he officially receives visitors and conducts private consultative meetings with his council members. On the second level is the Sultan's bedroom, and on the third level is the prayer room. In an initial information campaign addressed to local stakeholders on the Astana model, MBLT2 gradually involved Suluanos as primary stakeholders in the preservation of the political history and religious culture of Sulu.